Hey, it's Deborah Boschert. I'm here again talking about my new book, Art Quilt Collage. And today, Lynn Koolish is with me. Lynn is my editor, and she works for C&T Publishing. Hey, Lynn, how are you?
Hey, Deborah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for joining me, and thank you so much for being such a fabulous editor. Of course, it wouldn't be here in my hands without you.
Well, it was my pleasure. I really enjoyed working with you on it.
Yeah, well, I can't believe that we are now at this point after 2 full years. Lynn called me after I was in the catalog for the International Quilt Festival in Houston 2 years ago. So it's been a 2-year process, and it's really been exciting all along the way. Tell me what's your favorite part of the process from your side?
From my side, what I find really exciting is when I get everything from the author. So I have all the words, I have all the illustrations, I have all of the planned photographs, and they kind of end up in sort of 3 separate stacks. I have text, I have images, and what's exciting for me is when in my mind they start to come together. And while we have book designers who physically lay out the pages of the book, part of my job as a developmental editor is figuring out how everything is going to fit in. When we contract a book, basically we say, okay, you're going to have X number of pages. So let's see, we've got 96 pages here, and we don't have the luxury of saying, oh, I need a few more pages. It's like, I need to make it fit into what we've agreed it's going to fit into. And so my mind starts to work about how can we best make this book really visual, because that's so important for this kind of book, and make it really usable for the reader.
Yeah, and I am thrilled with the design of the book. I really love how the words and the how-to pictures and the pictures of the artwork are combined, and then there's lots of bulleted lists and little notes and little reminders, so there's lots of different ways that the reader can grab information. So I am just thrilled with the way it all came out. Let's actually take a look at a little bit of the book. I'm going to pull it up on my screen here. I know that you
okay,
go ahead.
Can I sneak in one thing here?
Yeah.
Okay, one of the things that's really fun about working at C&T is that our book designers are really experienced in designing this kind of book. And that's so important because it's not like designing, a more traditional book that's got a lot of words and very few pictures, or even other kind of books with a lot of images. The how-to part is so critical, like you said, of making it good for the reader's experience.
Yeah, exactly. I know that you in particular wanted to talk a little bit about the 8 design guides, which I've kind of been scrolling through here. Tell me what you think works about those.
A lot of what I really like about the design guides is based on my experience as a teacher. And I know how hard it is for people when they're just coming to creating their own quilts. They have their materials and then they go, now what? And I think the way you've set up the design guides to be visual and clear and easy to understand, and you also use a language that's very accessible. Underneath, they're pretty much based on the principles of design, but with using, descriptions like landscape or grid or third plus, I think it makes it much less intimidating for people who are new to this kind of design work. And that's what I really
I'm really excited for people to use them, and I'm eager to see examples of people putting those design guides into action. So thanks so much, Lynn. So C&T is going to be giving away a free copy of the book, as are all the other bloggers on the Blog Hop. So people just need to look down below for information about that, plus a list of all the other quilters who will be joining me on the Blog Hop. But thanks for giving us a little bit of an inside look to the other side of the publishing world, Lynn. I sure appreciate it.
Sure, it was great talking to you.
Have a great day.
You too.